Today we're doing a mock test with Katie. Katie, tell me a bit about yourself.
Had about 40 hours of lessons with another instructor.
Yeah. How many tests have you had?
2.
Tell her what you feel for.
My first one was observations at a junction. My second one was missing a filter light.
Green filter, yeah?
Yeah.
And there was mirror fault, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Tell them where you failed your test at.
Sunderland.
Sunderland. So the 2 faults she said they're very, very common in Sunderland. It's just when you come out of the test centre, and the other filter light's probably at the start also. There's 2 filter lights in Sunderland. Right, one question. How would you tell me how you check your tyres? How would you check sufficient? What was the question you wanted again? Tell me how you'd for a moment. Tell me how you check your tyres have sufficient tread and how you know safety use on the roads.
Make sure there's no cuts, bulges or tears in the tyre. And the minimum tread depth should be 1.6 millimetres.
Across
The circumference.
Across the centre 3/4 breadth of tyre and round the entire circumference, yeah? Right, follow the road ahead at all times unless you're directed by signs or markings. I'll ask you to turn, which I will do some good time, okay? Now concentrate, and just give me that smooth drive and the rest will follow like clockwork, yeah? Turn left out here. Left and left again. And at the end of the road left. When it's safe to do so, could you show me how you'd put your dip headlights on? Can you just leave them on? Could you pull up in a convenient place on the left? Start of independent drive to the end of the road, turn left, follow the signs for Darlington. I will change them, but I'll tell you in plenty of time. It's going to last about 20 minutes. Minor fault number 1, Katie goes down to driving at appropriate speed. Possibly could have given a serious fault here had there been national speed limit signs at the start of that junction you've just emerged out of, but they are missing. But once you got round this bend, you should have clocked that there was no repeater sign, there's no street light, and there's nothing but fields, and you should have realised it was a 60-mile-per-hour road. Luckily for you, it's wet and nobody overtakes you, but had there been signs there, then this could have been a different story. But don't second guess yourself. I think you knew it was 60, so you should have made a bit more progress, probably about 40-45 miles per hour. Speed limit on this road.
That was literally just,
Minor fault number 2, Katie, it goes down to mirrors. You leave it very late to carry out the mirror signal manoeuvre routine. Soon as you read that sign, you should have checked the middle mirror to see what's behind, and the right door mirror to make sure nobody's overtaking you before you apply the signal. What you do is look at the gears and then slow the car down. Not good technique. Soon as you know where you're going, start to carry out the mirror signal manoeuvre routine. Signs for Bishop Auckland, 3688 Bishop Auckland. Minor fault number 3, Katie, goes down response to road markings. You can clearly see that you need to take up this left lane now. You miss it and you go back round and lead yourself off the roundabout. You've done nothing wrong, so don't panic if you go the wrong way. Just let the examiner redirect you. As long as you do it all safely, the examiners are not worried. Take the next road to the left, just gonna through it, I'll redirect you. The roundabout, turn right for Bishop Auckland, it's the 3rd exit. Minor fault number 4, Katie. I think you're stressed about going the wrong way and doing this roundabout again. But you move up in second gear. You should have been rolling that into first just as you're stopping. Well, Katie, I think this deserves a round of applause. Katie, well done here. Most learners would have stopped and given way to these and failed. There's nothing, you approach the roundabout, you see, there's nothing to your right. You know them cars to your left have to give way to you, so you drive straight onto the roundabout. These are good driving skills, good observation skills. Well done. It's not saying follow signs for spinning ball. Gone off road again, so you just like to pull up on the left for me. Just pull in here. Now this is not part of the test, but could you turn the car around please and face that direction?
Just turn in the road.
Please. It's not part of the test, so you just relax. Katie, yeah, I like the approach on it. Your skills on approach roundabout. The lane changing was really, really good. I like how you couldn't go at the roundabout, but you just kept that car moving with a bit of roll and fast rise and brake and then gas clutch. All good driving skills. But can you not count the exits as you go around? You've took the wrong exit. I do not mark this because for me you haven't done anything wrong. But then it asks you to turn the car around, which wasn't part of the test. Now, this is why the examiners used to ask you to turn the car around and not call it a 3-point turn, because it could take 5 goes. It's a good job it wasn't part of the test, because I think I would have given you a serious fault for observations, not looking down the roads at each point. But the roundabout would turn and left, and I'll direct back from here. Like to pull in after the white car. Just go a little bit further forward. A bit further. That'll do. Right, this is your manoeuvre. Minor fault number 5, Katie, you're too far away from the curb. You're about, it's about a foot, just over a foot. Should have been a lot closer than this. I'd like to pull alongside this vehicle and reverse it back into a parking position. Try to do it within 2 car lengths, including your own. Okay, any questions?
No.
Oh, that dude's getting in his car, isn't he? Damn. Does he know you?
How dare he?
Serious fault number 1 for you, Katie. Hey, Katie, before I got out of this car, I says to you now, keep looking all around like an owl. We've seen this car stop. I thought you'd seen it stop and then change his mind, and the cars kept coming. You should have stopped and let them get out of the road. Told you to keep looking all around like an owl. Minor fault number 6, Katie, you nudged the curb, you just turned a bit late. And when you shunted forward, you must look all round the car. I'll guarantee there'll be a car coming on your driving test. Finish? Happy with that, yeah? When you're ready, take the next road to the left. And then take the next road to the left, just after this red car. Take the next left, and then at the end of the road turn right. Well, Katie, I have to admit this is worth another round of applause here. This, I don't know how you fathomed this one out. Katie, how have you sussed this as a one-way street? I do not know. You've even got the red Audi, I think, in front of you. I think it's an Audi. Turning right in its position just left to centre. They don't realise it's a one-way street. You've sussed that it's a one-way street and you keep the car to the right. Had you done what these cars in front had done, position like them, then I would have given you a serious fault. But how you work this out, I do not know. I was looking to get a serious fault out of you here. The roundabout, turn right, second exit. Calvin, Katie, when you approach this roundabout, if you look to the right, this red car in the picture, as you get the roundabout, it's indicating to leave the roundabout. You should have just drove straight onto the roundabout, but you don't go. And if you watch the blue car next to us, this drives straight onto the roundabout. So it's a minor fault for undue hesitation. The road ahead, it's the second exit for Durham. It's the A167 Durham. Minor fault number 8, Katie. Yeah, you drift into this lane. Look at your car on this roundabout now. Had there been a car in the right lane trying to get past you, I would have given you a serious fault for this. This is why I don't like to teach the left door mirror when leaving the roundabout from the left lane, because you lot drift into the right lane. This is exactly what you've done. You need to put them eyeballs of yours towards that curb on the left-hand side of the road to stop you from straddling the lanes. Minor fault number 9, Katie. You leave your signal on too long when leaving this roundabout. And on approach to the roundabout, you're in second gear and then you put your clutch back down going round the roundabout. That gives you less control of the car, so you need your clutch up. Only put the clutch down when you're changing gear or stopping. Do like the mirror work when leaving the roundabout. This is good stuff. So second road to the right, that's your first one there. And then take the next road to the left. And drive it forward and repeat. So next left, to the left. And just drive it forward and repeat. Drive it forward and repeat. It's not part of the test. It's not in between the white lines, don't worry about it. It's imperfect, yeah? Right, that'll do. Right, everything you've done.
I think I've failed.
Why?
Especially the first roundabout to Bishop Auckland, just...
Minor fault.
Really?
You've got one serious fault.
No.
Yeah. It was for me it was a pretty good drive. Little bad habits you've got. You know when you come to roundabouts in second gear, what you do is put the clutch down and then look to the right. Why?
I don't know.
So what should you do first? Look to the right, and if it's clear to go, what should you do?
Just go.
So what you do is you put your clutch down, and then you look to the right and you say, oh, I'm going, then you bring your clutch back up. Don't put it down unless you're changing gear or stopping. Yeah, can you think of the serious fault? What does that say?
Parallel park.
What happened? Tell me why you got a serious fault.
Is it because I hit a curve?
No, that was just a minor fault. Yeah.
Did I stop for oncoming traffic?
Further traffic behind, yeah, that's all it was. Now, it was a pass if you just stopped. So what did the car behind do to you? What did he do?
I can't remember. Did he flash us? Or?
He flashed you to carry on with, can you remember?
Mm-hmm.
So now what you done is you carried on with the manoeuvre. Now when you got to here, what did they decide to do?
Drive.
So what did you do?
Stopped.
Stop. It would have been a pass if you'd done that.
No.